Yeah, I spent 6 days in jail right at the beginning.
So what happened? You're 15 years old, you're on the street?
I'm on the street, I'm scared as hell, I don't know anybody. And then I got into drugs and everything like that just so I could fit in. Well, first it was just a social thing, and then I got addicted to them. And then I managed to get out of that, and then just sustain myself. I slept down by the Bay Street Bridge. There's a little cluster of trees. We managed to sleep there for 3 months until some bylaw officers came and kicked us out. Said we couldn't sleep there anymore.
How old were you then?
I was about 16 then.
Were they concerned about you at all? Or?
They didn't seem to be. We're like, well, we got nowhere else to go. Everywhere else that we go, we get waked up and hassled and everything. And they're like, well, that's not our problem. This is public property. You cannot be sleeping here.
They do tell you you have to hide. We don't care where you sleep as long as we don't see you. Out of sight, out of mind.
Where's a good place to hide?
A good place to hide? It really doesn't feel good to hide when you're sleeping, but there are places, there are some rooftops, you can stay hidden. Of course, bushes, it depends what equipment you have. Tents are generally spotted and taken down very quickly.
So we have like a small segment of society which are criminalized because they're homeless.
Yeah.
Like, how bad would you say that problem is?
It's becoming a worse problem because I think it's partially there are rules and regulations that don't fit with their lifestyle, and partially because they don't believe that their life fits in with here, or the shelters are full. I don't think all of the shelters are full all of the time, but you'd be amazed sometimes at their timing. They come in and it's full. I've had the same guy come in, say 3 days in a row, and I'm still full. I'm still full. I'm not sure what else to tell you, sir. So he feels he may not ever come back again because he felt that was his one-time answer, and now he's been shut out by the community.
I'm scared to sleep at the shelters. I mean, I slept at StreetLink one night, and the person next to me was doing drugs and sticking needles in her arm. I mean, who the hell wants to have that around them?
As we reminisce about the days of old, believing in those tall tales in which we are told, these ideals seem lost since our fear to give. And while we live off of this fat of the land, we can't seem to really understand that we're killing this life in which we need to live. We look over our shoulders when we utter the word freedom, for we're meant to do as we're told while we live within this kingdom, to be seen and not heard, and especially not question why. Well, I do, you see. And now I look upon this life, noticing others troubled, tormented with strife, yet choose to wear these blinders with bliss as they pass on by. Now, certain rhymes like this, I'd go out and tell them to the street in public, and...
You guys done shooting?
No, we're still shooting right now, thank you.
I'm just wondering if you have authorization to shoot on our property.
Well, I thought that since we're all products of God, all children of God, we can actually share this beautiful place.
I'm not here to philosophize, sir. I'm just here to
Well, I'm just wondering if you're representing the church.
I work for the church.
And so the church is telling us that we're not allowed to be here. This church that, goes with the Word of God. So
You're
in essence...
philosophizing, and I'm not here to philosophize.
No, I'm just deciphering. I'm just wondering why we're not allowed to be here.
Well, because it's policy. I don't know why.
God's policy? Sir?
I'm not asking a debate.
I'm not here to debate. I'm just questioning. Is it God's policy?
Questioning is
I think
debate.
he has a very good point, actually.
I understand the point, but it's not valid.
How do we get God's authorization? Frankly.
I have no idea.
Simply being would be a great authorization, wouldn't it?
Perhaps.
So us being
Look, you're
would grant us greatness to be in this park,
to
wouldn't
wrap
it?
it up and move on.
Interesting. Now I wonder why Catholicism or Christianity is faltering, because it's not actually for the people now, is it? It's for those who actually have the wealth. Hence, we don't live in a democracy, we actually live in a plutocracy, ruled by the wealthy. Well, I guess that should be a wrap for now. Good lesson to be learned. I don't know.
Well, move on.
Who do we ask permission to, authorization to actually film?
If you want to ask permission, you can go to the church office and ask permission.
You feel like it, or?
But you will not get permission today.
Why not?
Because I will tell them not to give you permission. It's a lot easier just to abide.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Conformation means that you become weaker.
Right. Well,
It's
you're
true.
obviously a high conformist. I can see it already.
High conformist.
Yes, indeed.
I think you need to look up the word, honestly. A dictionary is a good thing, especially an etymological dictionary.
Keep going.
Look up the
Kurt.
word plutocracy.
Keep going.
So it's really strange that the people do get upset by a guy. It's simply, but I guess it is the other people that come with him. That
Well, I
more
don't know.
so than David.
Like I said, and I never really had any problem with the people that he came.
And you were a commissioner there?
I was a commissioner for the summer of 2003. I wrote to the Sisters of St. Anne. I wrote to the mayor. I wrote to various council members. I actually had Charlene Thornton-Joe phone me, and we talked about David for half an hour one Saturday evening.
What did your letter say? What were you
Well,
asking?
she wanted to know. She wanted information because I told her what had happened with David and how non-violent he was and how non-confrontational he was, and she just wanted to have a better understanding of where David was coming from.
First and foremost, they were not giving me due process. There were 6 times where I was driven out of city limits, not more than an hour's walk away. Well, hour and a half one time, that was nice. And then there was 20 nights where the province of British Columbia hired a security guard with the express purpose of not letting me sleep.
Like they actually did terrorize you, like they broke lots of laws.
Yes, they did.
In trying to...
Well, there was 2 security firms, the Royal Victoria and Central Victoria. Central Victoria were the ones that were hired to keep me up.
Central Victoria.
Yeah.
I think I got their name down.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and talk to somebody there.
I've just been informed that, it's the Capital Commission's thing. It'd be like yourself, sir, if I did work for you. Okay? And somebody else wanted information on it, you wouldn't want somebody else talking about it?
No, but I just want to know what...
There you go, sir.
I just want to know what is legal for a guard, a security guard, to do. That's what my questions are quite... It doesn't specifically have to do with this case. It could be any case.
You're asking me on David Johnson, sir, and I don't have anything to say or comment on it.
I know, but...
Okay?
No, it's not okay. Who runs your company?
Thanks for your time, sir.
Excuse me? Hello? Nothing to say. He's scared. He's definitely like they're hiding. These guys, they know they did something they shouldn't have done there. They didn't expect a homeless guy to have anybody ever stand up for him. And the police are in the same position. They've been dealing with people who are helpless, and they've been getting away with murder.
We're on tomorrow night, and if you guys try and come back, we're not gonna give you we're gonna hit you early, and I don't mean to use the word hit in a physical way, but we're gonna move earlier before it gets busy.
Yeah, you have to
right?
justify what you're doing.
How many people are here? Just what we see here? There's 6 or 7?
Well, there's more coming. Everybody got scattered.
Yeah.
Give us a month of just sitting down. And
you're reforming.
Yeah, see the people that lost all their stuff.
Well, you had a month.
One of them did. She just got out and was trying to straighten.
I know,
yeah,
it didn't happen.
But it's going to happen again, right? Like we the police during the day are going to come in here, and if you're here, it all depends on how reasonable they are. They might give you 20 minutes to clear out. They might not.
Well, usually most of them do, but some of them take joy in like.
Well, I don't know. They take joy, but we all have different levels of tolerance, right?
Well, yes, this is not for you. Yeah, it's
okay. So you guys need to know. You've been warned. If you're here when the sun comes up, you may end up walking out of here with a lot less than you walked in with.
I got here in November 2000, and up until the end of 2003, it was getting pretty regular. You'd get woken up like you're being specifically looked for in the park. Yeah, there was one point where they have it's a fertilizer of some sort, a ground up fish or something, but undiluted. It's like absolutely toxic and just gross smelling, like a chicken barn times 1,000. It's like just the smell of spite. Yeah, it was spread where the sleeping spot was. And so there was a blizzard in the winter of 2003. The shelters that exist now did open their doors in an emergency fashion. They took turns. They were open